I think the one of the interesting storyline to kind of note out of what Bravion Rogers and Javon Thomas said was both kind of cited A&M's defensive line class from last year as a big reason that they were intrigued by heading to A&M and why they wanted to head to A&M, because they said if you can play behind a defensive line like A&M is putting together, that makes your job as a cornerback a lot easier, because quarterbacks obviously can't hold the ball for as long. So that's been a big selling point, I think, from the A&M staff this spring is, come play behind this defensive line and you'll have a lot easier life than maybe some other places.
That is really smart on their part to be thinking like that, because cornerbacks are typically, as good as they are pretty cocky and figure they can handle anybody and lock them down. But at the same time, a smart cornerback knows an average to decent wide receiver can make a top-notch cornerback look good if the quarterback's just standing in the pocket. I think it's the toughest job on the football field.
It really is. You have to have a thick skin
lock in these receivers, and yeah, absolutely, they're going to get exposed at some point if there's no pass rush.
Yeah, like they have to have a thick skin. You have to be able to turn the page quickly, and so it is really smart. They're not the only ones that have said it. There's a lot of guys this cycle that have said it. So it's clearly that something that the A&M staff is hammering home during visits and really trying to sell them on.
So, Andrew, you mentioned with Bravion Rogers, maybe they can flip him to offense. And I don't know if you were acting a little tongue-in-cheek there, but he did run for 1,000 yards as a running back at 10 yards per carry. I was looking at the defensive stats on these guys, but as is typical with top cornerbacks, nobody throws at them, so their defensive stats do not blow anybody away. But Bravion Rogers also averaged 37 yards a catch. So that's pretty
great. He's just one of those guys. If you can just get the ball in his hands, he could absolutely, he could cause problems on either side of the ball, really. And he's a guy that I will definitely be out to see this year. And you're right. He had 102 carries for 1,006 yards and another 336 yards receiving. I mean, he really kind of made plays on both sides of the ball, and also was good on special teams. And so I really think he's a versatile guy, and I think that's what a lot of schools liked about him is, we'll just take him as kind of a tremendous athlete, and then once he gets on campus, figure out where he fits best.